Straight back into the 50 again. Sells the candy one way, goes back inside, and they're attacking here early, Swan Districts. They're turning on the Jets. Grabbed out of the pack situation by Dan Curtin. Their kick was a little bit short. Picked up in a pack situation. The handball was looking for Turner. They go again, Swan Districts. Another inside 50. Can they get their first or second major? Here's Tom Edwards. Shifty Edwards has a crack. Good. They find themselves under pressure here. Huge tackle coming in from behind. Umpire said he got the disposal. No whistle. Play goes on. Big pack forming underneath the footy. Wayward boot to it. Jesse Turner. Little handball over the top was good. Inside 50 kick from Cipro. Sets it up to the pack, and there's been an infringement. I think it's going the way of Clemens. Has a run. He needs to take another bounce. Has he run too far? I don't think he has. Umpire didn't call it. And a nice mark right on the line. Dan Curtin, the hot prospect, is nearly intercepted. Easiest mark of his life, but he's dropped it. He's cleared it out. Do they have time for one more attempt on goal? Grasping tackle on Ollie Eastland. Had a couple of clangers in the last few minutes, Eastland. They could have easily been goals for the big man. Flying high out, it was Edwards. Couldn't hold the mark. Faking one way, then the other was Dan Curtin, but he's wrapped up in Claremont. Kemp. Moving it forward again, just to the edge of the 50. Spills out of the hands. Will Reedy couldn't take the grab. Does lay a tackle though. Did he roll in? It's pandemonium here in Claremont, ladies and gentlemen. Umpires have got their work cut out for them in the mark. Nice handball out the back to Clark. Stevens. Down the line, but a nice mark from the young man in Dan Curtin. Play. He gets a handball off to Cipro. Cipro puts it off to the big man in Nathan Ireland, who sends it to the pocket, looking for the big shifty Edwards. It spills off hands onto the running path of Kemp. Kemp can have a shot now. Tells the boys to come at him. Popped a bump after the kick. It falls into the goal square. Taken by Dan Curtin. Goes short. It might be out of bounds on the full. No, perfect kick forward. Ryan Kemp asked the kickers to come to him. Trying to find Reedy. Attempting to pick up at ground level. Ireland taps it to himself. Couldn't get the second and third tap to work out. Whether it's out on the full or a mark, hard to say, but Davis. Kick came to him either way. Now Curtin takes a bounce. Bit of a 50-50 kick. Puts his head. Edwards was tackled, couldn't get the handball away in time. Umpire said play on. Lots of work happening at ground level, but charging through the middle of the pack, Bailey Rogers. Wheels onto his left-hand side. There's bodies flying at him everywhere. Dodged both tackles, somehow, some way. Dan Curtin's done the full 360. Umpire said it wasn't holding the ball. They are turning it on their home deck. Handball went from Turner over to Clark, who's having a nice day out. That's his 22nd disposal, Aidan Clark. Wrapped up in the tackle was Lynch. Really good tackle from Dan Curtin. Love the intent, love the ferocity from the young man in this final term. Long kick out. Down on the wing from Claremont. At the bottom of the pack, roving is Dan Curtin. Going the way of Swan Districts here. Short one over to Maybaum. He was looking for Curtin on the outer side wing. Throws a bit of body contact on and lays the tackle on O'Donoghue. It's a big tackle. There's Miles, taps it to his own advantage. Shrugs off one tackler, did pretty well. Works it to the even one-on-one. Both of them had a handful of jumper. Umpire said nothing doing. Running over the footy was Kemp. Couldn't maintain. The stat sheet's still going to look quite attractive at the end of this contest. Even if it's not the 3 goals there instead of 2. Back into the middle. Top contest into the path of Cipro. Handball outside. McLaughlin looking for a man. Found him. Released onto the outer side wing, but it'll be picked off by Dan Curtin. Projected top 5 draft pick, Dan Curtin. In Glass McCasker, had a few handball options, didn't want to use them. Waits to send it forward to big shifty Edwards. He had a big fly, couldn't take it down with him, and he's taken a huge gust of wind out of himself on the way down. My goodness gracious me. And it'll finish up 123-91. A important victory for these Claremont Tigers at home as they charge.